Welcome to yet another Power BI tutorial from MIPE Consulting. The objective of this tutorial is to familiarize viewers with scheduled refresh in Power BI. This video illustrates getting data from an Excel file in the local computer, loading it into Power BI, creating a line chart and publishing it into Power BI service, and finally creating a scheduled refresh. Once we publish the data in Power BI service, any changes that we make in the local file will not be reflected in the Power BI service. So we need to refresh the dataset in Power BI service. Let's begin. We've opened the Power BI desktop. Let's click on Get Data. Our data source is an Excel file. So let's click on Excel, Connect, and Superstore 2014-16 is the Excel file that I'm going to load into Power BI. So let's select that and click on Open. And there's only one tab here, Orders. So let's select that. And the data as such is clean, doesn't require any transformation. So let's click on Load. We have the orders table here. Now let's create a visualization. We shall go for a line chart. So let's click on line chart. Using this line chart, we are going to depict the movement of sales as well as profit for different categories and subcategories of products. Under the axis, let's drag and drop category and then subcategory. Under the values, let's drop sales. And under the secondary values, let's drop profit. And let's have a date slicer too. So let me click on slicer. Under the field, let's drag and drop order date. Let's right click and choose date hierarchy. We don't want quarter and day. We will have just year and month here. When you expand this, you can see the various months for year 2014. We can drill down to see the data for subcategories. We can see how the profit and sales values of subcategories move. So we've formatted the visuals. Let's rename this page as line chart. So let's publish this report to Power BI service. Let's click on Publish. I'm going to publish it in my workspace. Click on Select. So it says Success. So let's go to Power BI service. This is the Power BI service. Let me click on my workspace and you can see the report that we published just now. It is the scheduled refresh. In order to see the dataset, let's click here and you can see the dataset here, scheduled refresh. Now let me click on refresh now. So I get an error message, something went wrong, refresh failed because this dataset requires a gateway. Please select a gateway from dataset settings. Please try again later or contact support. If you contact support, please provide these details and the details are given here. We are getting this error message because the data source for this scheduled refresh is available in my local computer and Power BI service being in the cloud is unable to reach the data source. So in order to connect the data source in my local computer with Power BI service, which is in the cloud, we need a gateway. Let's understand what gateways are, what are the different types of gateways, and then we can connect the data source of this report to a gateway and see how refresh works. So let's first understand what on-premises data gateways are. On-premises data gateway acts as a bridge to provide quick and secure data transfer between on-premises data and cloud services such as Power BI, Power Apps, etc. Now, what is an on-premises data? Data which is residing on your local computer or server and not in the cloud. So using a gateway, organizations can keep their databases on the local computers and at the same time connect to cloud services such as Power BI. Once you publish your reports in Power BI service, if your file's on your local drive, in order to refresh the dataset in Power BI, you may need a Power BI gateway. So we need gateway. If your files are residing on your local drive, you have published your reports in Power BI service, and you want to refresh the dataset in the Power BI service. the computer that stores the file needs to be on when a refresh happens. Now, when an on-premises data gateway is not required, if your files are on OneDrive for Business or on SharePoint, then your data source is on the cloud and Power BI is also on the cloud. So Power BI connects about once every hour and checks for updates. The data set and any visualizations refresh automatically if there are any updates. Azure SQL Database, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, Spark on Azure, HD Insight are data sources in the cloud. The Power BI service, being in the cloud, can connect to these data sources live using direct query, and therefore a scheduled refresh need not be set up. When you connect to SQL Server analysis services from Power BI, it's a live connection, just like an Azure database in the cloud. But the difference is that the database itself is on a local server. So this type of connection requires a Power BI gateway, which an IT department configures. Now, how the on-premises data gateway works. So you have your data source on the local computer and you have Power BI service on the cloud, and on-premises data gateway is in between these two, getting data from the on-premises data sources and passing it on to Power BI service. From this diagram, we can see that on-premises data gateway forms a bridge between on-premises data sources, which are data sources on your computer, and Power BI service, which is on the cloud, facilitating movement of data from local sources to Power BI service and vice versa. There are two types of on-premises data gateways. One is the standard mode and other is the personal mode. Standard mode allows multiple users to connect to data sources. A single gateway installation is enough, well suited to complex scenarios with multiple people accessing data sources. On-premises data gateway personal mode allows only one user to connect to data sources. It cannot be shared. Well suited for scenarios where only one person who creates reports, then you don't need to share the data sources with others. So these are the features of standard mode and personal mode. Cloud services it works with. The standard mode works with these many cloud services, whereas personal mode works only with Power BI. Multiple users can access data is possible in the case of standard mode, not possible in the case of personal mode. Runs as an app for users who are not administrators. For standard mode, one needs to be an administrator, whereas in personal mode, one need not be an administrator. Runs as a single user with your credentials. In standard mode, you cannot access using your credentials, whereas in personal mode, you can access with your credentials. Import data and set up schedule refresh is possible in both the cases. Direct query support is possible only in the case of standard mode. Personal mode does not support direct query. Support for a live connection to SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services. Standard mode supports, whereas personal mode does not support live connection to SSAS. So having understood the features of on-premises data gateway, standard mode and personal mode, let's go to Power BI service and see how we can install the on-premises data gateways, both standard mode and personal mode. So in the Power BI service, we see a download button here. Let's click on this, and in the drop down, we can see an option, Data Gateway. Let's click on Data Gateway. It takes you to powerbi.microsoft.com and to the gateway page. So in the gateway page, you can see connect to on-premises data sources with a Power BI gateway. Keep your dashboards and reports up to date by connecting to your on-premises data sources without the need to move the data. Query large data sets and take advantage of your existing investments. Get the flexibility you need to meet individual needs and the needs of your organization. So you have two options. One is download standard mode and the other is download personal mode. So I have downloaded both these. The installation process is fairly simple, and once you download, you can see on-premises data gateway personal mode and on-premises data gateway this is the standard mode, so you can see both here. During the installation process, we need to be careful only about one aspect, that is, the email address that we use for registration should be the same as the one that we use for accessing Power BI service. After installing the gateways, let's see how we can refresh a dataset as well as schedule a refresh for a dataset. So let's see how we can create a schedule refresh for the newly created report schedule refresh. So this is the dataset, and under my workspace, under datasets, you can see the schedule refresh dataset. If you click on the ellipsis here, you can open the menu. So let's click here, click on settings, and we can see settings for schedule refresh here. And here you see the gateway connection. So let's click on gateway connection. The gateway connection is on. We have two gateways here, a personal gateway as well as a standard gateway. The standard gateway says it's not been configured correctly. So let's see how we can configure that. So let me click on this button, and it's showing the file path here, and we can click on add to gateway. So the data source name, we can put the name as Superstore, and data source type is a file, and you have the full path here. And now we have to give the credentials. The credentials are encrypted using the key stored on premises on the gateway server. Here we have to give the Windows username and Windows password. To find the Windows username, what I do is I press the Ctrl-Alt-Delete button and get the task manager. In the task manager, I can go to the users tab, and here I can find the username. So my username is HP. So let's go back. The Windows username is HP, and the Windows password is the normal login Windows password. I can click on add. Now let's click on gateway connection again, and you can see that this error has been rectified. The standard gateway is running on desktop. Here, the file path, you can say, maps to Superstore. So when I click on the data source name, automatically the standard gateway gets selected. And now we can say that this standard gateway is connected to this data source, which is residing in my D drive under the file name Superstore 2014-2016. Let's click on apply, and it says scheduled gateway connection updated. Your updates to the schedule refresh gateway has been updated. So let's go back to my workspace, and here I have the schedule refresh. Now let's click on refresh now. So it says preparing for refresh, and you can see the refresh going on, refresh in progress. So the data has been refreshed on 23/12 at 5:55 p.m. At the moment, I use the refresh now button. Let's see how we can schedule a refresh. So we go back here to the dataset and click on the ellipsis again. Click on schedule refresh. Let's click on this schedule refresh. Keep your data up to date. Let's click on and refresh frequency. Let's say daily. Time zone is the Paris time zone. Let's click on add another time. So let me give 6:00 p.m. Send refresh failure notifications to the dataset owners check. Email these users when the refresh fails. In case you have to send emails to any user regarding refresh failure, that email address can be given here. So let's click on apply. Go to our report, go to my content, and click on schedule refresh. And you can see the report here. So in the date slicer, you can see 3 years, 2014, 15, and 16. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to include January 2017 data in this data source. Let's see we get 2017 after the schedule refresh. So let me go back. We had set up a schedule refresh of this data set for 6 p.m. and now it's 6:02 p.m. We can see that the refresh is in progress. Let's see whether the change in data gets reflected in the report. This will take a while. If I click on schedule refresh here, click on refresh history, you can see that the status is in progress for the schedule refresh. Let's see how long it takes. The refresh has been completed. You can see type is schedule refresh 23/12. The start time is 6:02 and end time is 6:12 and status is completed. Let's click on close. Here you can see that next refresh is on Thursday, December 24, 2020 at 18 GM. So our schedule refresh has been successful. Now let's have a look at the report. So let's click on content and let me click on schedule refresh. I had added 2017 January data to the dataset, and in fact the dataset has been refreshed. If I click on January, you can see our chart changing automatically. So we can confirm that the schedule refresh has really happened. So what we've done now is we've created a schedule refresh using the on-premises gateway standard mode. Now let's try creating another schedule refresh using on-premises data gateway in the personal mode. So I will choose import dataset for that. So let's click on import, click on schedule refresh, click on gateway connection. User data gateway is on and you have the personal gateway here. So at the moment, this is attached to the personal gateway. I clicked on the refresh now button and you can see the refresh going on, the refresh in progress. So let's click on schedule refresh. Click on refresh history. You can see that the on-demand refresh has been completed successfully at 6:20. Let's create a schedule refresh. Let's go to schedule refresh. Keep your data up to date. Let's turn it on. Refresh frequency is daily. And I shall add another time, 9 a.m. And you can see that refresh can be scheduled for half an hour intervals. So if I schedule at 9, the next refresh I can schedule only at 9:30. Let me put AM here. So that will be scheduled for tomorrow morning. Let me click on apply. Import refresh schedule updated. Let's check up tomorrow morning whether this refresh has taken place successfully using the personal mode. Yesterday we had set up a schedule refresh for 9 a.m. today morning on the import dataset using the on-premises data gateway in the personal mode. Let's see whether the refresh has happened successfully. So let's click on schedule refresh and click on refresh history, and you can see that the schedule refresh scheduled for 24/12/2020 at 9 a.m. started at 9:04, ended at 9:19, and the status is completed. We can see that the schedule refresh has been successful. In this video, we've seen how we can install the on-premises data gateways both in the standard mode and in the personal mode, and how to schedule refreshes using both the modes. Hope you found this tutorial useful. We at MIPE value your feedback a lot. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you again with another Power BI video.